Carl McGinn, Labor MLC for the Mining and Pastoral Region. Thank you very much for joining us on the bench this morning.
Thanks for having us, mate.
Born in Darwin, spent a lot of time growing up in South Australia, ended up in WA and have an electorate office in Kalgoorlie. Where is home for you, Carl?
Yeah, it's a good question. Yeah, look, home for me seems to be in a lot of regional towns mainly, but at the moment home is in Kalgoorlie. Born and bred up in Humpty Doo in the Northern Territory. Lived a couple of years in Wyndham in Western Australia when I was about 14. And then, yeah, my teenage years was down in Mount Gambier, South Australia, and then my apprenticeship in the Gold Coast, Queensland.
I've got to ask, so when you say that you were born in Humpty Doo, what do people say? They think you're taking the mickey?
Well, normally it's where the hell is Noonamar, but a lot of people say, is that a real place? Yes, Humpty Doo is real, and it's basically about 35-40 minutes out of Darwin, and it's home to the boxing crocodile. So.
Tell us a bit about your upbringing and the family life that you led.
Yeah, so I grew up out on a 5-acre block in Humpty Doo with mum and dad, mainly mum. Dad was a seafarer, so he spent a month away and a month at home. That also changed quite a bit, you know, between jobs. He'd end up spending more time at sea. Mum raised me and my two sisters, basically single-handedly. But it was a great way to grow up out on a regional block, grow up in a small school, and then played rugby as well and represented the Northern Territory a little bit as well. But also learnt very early that life isn't about possessions. You know, we didn't exactly rake in the money, and mum made sure that every dollar was stretched, and I think that was definitely some values that have been pushed onto me now.
What are your recollections of your dad's sort of work schedule? You know, we hear a lot about FIFO, and we'll talk about that maybe a bit later, but what are your recollections as a young fella growing up and dad went away?
I hated it. To be perfectly honest, when I was younger I definitely didn't understand it. I thought that every time that he went away and my birthday was on, or it was Christmas or my sister's birthday, sort of resented him a little bit for it, and found ourselves almost blackmailing him to get things for us to make up for it. I think he just felt he wanted to make up for it, but it definitely as a kid was hard to understand. But as I got older and then I ended up becoming a seafarer myself, I sort of understood it. But definitely as a child I think we need to do a little bit more on understanding, because when your dad goes away for a month you don't really know where he is. But that made my mum a lot stronger as well, and she definitely should be awarded a medal for looking after me by herself. So.